I'm on a church girl chat. We're keeping it real. Faith, life, and love. The way that we feel. Laughing, talking, praying too. It's a sisterhood made just for you. We've got wisdom, we've got grace. Walking with Jesus every day. Come on in, don't look back. Welcome to Church Girl Chats. I'm on a church girl chat.
Hey everybody, it is your girl, Coach Cheryl, and
I'm Valerie.
welcome to
Church Girl Chats.
We are so glad that you have joined us on today, tonight, whatever, what time it is in the world that you are living in. Welcome. We decided that what we would do, since it is Love Month,
Yes.
Valentine's Day occurs during this month, and we're still single. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Hey.
Sometimes we are very, very glad about it.
Sometimes we are.
And then sometimes maybe
Not so much.
maybe not so much. But what we wanted to do on today and what we'll be talking about this whole month is Love Month and all things love, especially for Christian single women, 40 plus. We're going to talk about on tonight the list.
The list.
Y'all have a list?
Y'all know what we're talking about, too.
Yeah, we don't even have to explain the list.
The list.
When I said it's Valentine's Day and it's Love Month and I said the list, it's self-explanatory. So if you had a list, have a list, let us know in the comments if you still have one. But what we really want to know is like, okay, I've had a list probably as long as I can remember. And so I want to know from you, is your list today the same as your list was like in your 20s and your 30s?
It might be one thing that's still consistent. But no. Overall, no. But there's just probably one thing on my list from then that's still on my list right now.
Okay, I want to dive deeper into that. So you only have one thing remaining on your list today that you had in your 20s? There's
Yes,
only one?
Only one.
That's interesting. Because I can say that even though...
Well, hold on.
Okay, she had to think about it.
Maybe 3.
Y'all see how that went from 1 to 3?
Yes.
She had to think it through because I'm thinking only one. Because when I was younger, I can say honestly, I had a very long list. That's youth, y'all. Just yeah, naivete. All the things on the list. Probably only had 1 or 2 of those things myself on that list that I could say was true of me. But it has dwindled, but there's still quite a few things that are still on that list. So y'all let us know if your list now, if you're still single, if your list now is still the same or if it has evolved, changed throughout the years. What do you think made you change your list or drop some things off the list? Did you add anything to the list?
Some things have been added to the list, yes,
Okay.
because when you're young and you're making these lists, it is made because as girls, we were playing with dolls and we dreamed of getting married to our Prince Charming. We was going to live in a house with a white picket fence and all of that. So along with that white picket fence, we had a list of what we wanted him to be like.
Right.
But that was the immaturity and the ignorance
Pretty much.
that we were, that's the porch we were living from at that time. And then as you live and you grow and you understand, you're like, yeah, that didn't make sense at all.
Didn't make sense?
No. Unrealistic.
Okay. So, or maybe, okay, did it not make sense or was it just unrealistic?
It was
Both?
because you're making it's not necessarily a decision, but you have these ideas, and it's all grandiose. They're painted from the pictures that we read in Cinderella and all of those other, Prince Charming is going to come. He's going to sweep me off my feet and we're going to live happily ever after. And he's going to do this and he's going to do that. And yeah, it's a fairy tale.
It's a fairy tale. Are you breaking my dreams? Are you?
For some people, I probably am.
Okay, well, then let's do it this way. Tell me one thing that was on your list then that you think was just fairy tales, pixie dust, just not realistic.
All of the things that I said about his physique, his look, and all of that other kind of stuff, all of it was very superficial. I gave no regard to his character, his heart, none of that. That didn't even in fact, it didn't even hit my list. None of that stuff hit my list. So it was just kind of superficial.
Okay. So are we saying, for clarity's sake, that how a person looks should not be factored in at all?
I'm not going to say looks should not be factored in at all, because you got to go to sleep and you got to wake up next to them.
So you got to look at that and say, "Ooh, that's
You
mine."
have to wake up next to them.
But he
And I'm not
mine.
saying that he has to be, gorgeous, but he can't look like he been hit in the face with a sack of nickels either.
Not the sack of nickels. Okay, so looks are something that you would just put a whole lot lower.
Yes, it's
On
going to
your
be
list.
lower on my. Yeah, it's going to be very much lower.
Okay. So what do you think helped you make this shift from or taking some things off of your list? Was it just growing and maturing and learning people? What was it?
Growing, maturing, and learning me.
Okay, I like that.
Learning me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the mistake that we make when we make lists, is that we don't fully know who we are.
Right.
So if you don't know who you are, it's going to be hard to pick someone that you think is going to be good for you. And so that was one of the things. And I'll be completely honest. Loving you and learning who you are will let you know what you need.
Right.
And if you don't know who you are, then you don't know what you need. There's this saying that typically we mirror the people in our lives, and sometimes we, especially women who pick the same type of guy, it could be a totally different guy, but
Yeah.
the scenario ends up being pretty much the same. That's because you're actually mirroring what you are. And so
Are you all the time mirroring what you are, or do you just have a bad picker?
I think you actually mirror. I'm not going to say, well, I think it has a lot to do with it. I won't say it's 100% that. Because your heart is what really helps you judge and decide on a person, whether this person is going to be good for you, or maybe this person is not going to be so good for you. But your heart, the state of your heart, I think, plays into that a great deal.
Okay.
A great deal. Because and I know I'm digressing, but I reached a state in my life and around where I am right now, with picking someone or saying that I wanted to have such and such a person and I want them to be like this. But when you're young, you think I have to find somebody and I have to get married so I can have kids, da 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 da. When you're at my stage and you're still single, you're like, I have all the time in the world to take my time to make sure that the person that I get involved with is going to be good for me. And that's one of the things I had to come to the realization. It's like, I don't have to rush. I have all the time in the world to take my time to make sure that I don't choose another joker.
She said another joker. Does that mean you had a joker?
A couple of them.
A couple of jokers.
Yes, ma'am. I have all the time in the world that God allows. Now, let me put it that God allows for me to decide that this is or this is not the person I want to be involved with. So if that means I want to take my time and get to know you, I
Right.
got time.
Okay.
But young people, they don't see that. They don't see, even they have time, but they don't see it that way. As a young person, everybody's getting married. I have been a bridesmaid in everybody's wedding. How they say, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You got time.
Okay. So if you were to encourage or um, talk to someone younger, let's say somebody in their 20s and 30s, and they have a list of things that they want in a mate, what would be some of your encouragement to them as to what to put on or to not put on their list? Before you go there, see, I did that whole thing and then stopped it. I want to know, you said you added some things to your list that weren't in your list when you were in your 20s and 30s. What are some of the things you added to your list?
I want him to have a strong prayer life. That wasn't on my list when I was young. Whoever I am going to be involved with, I want him to be able to cover me. And if he doesn't have a strong prayer life, I don't know how he's going to cover me.
Okay. Okay. So you want him to, I guess, cover you spiritually.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay. We learning so much, ain't we? So, well, and I think it's interesting. I know even for me, as I was preparing for tonight, thinking of the list that I had when I was in my 20s, the list that I have now, I guess it's similar to yours. I think that the list I had in my 20s was there were a lot of superficial things in on that list. There were a lot of really good things on that list, but I think because we're so young and because most of us, if we live in America, we have grown up as women with this ideal of what marriage would be, whether it was the whole Cinderella thing, the whole fantasy
Right.
of being married. That when you're that young, you don't have a realistic picture of relationship, not even just romantic relationship, but friendship, what it costs for friendship, what it takes for people to feel safe enough to be vulnerable with somebody else and all those things. And so you do think of, I want him to look a certain way, I want him to dress a certain way, I want him to present a certain way, I want him to have a certain professionalism about all the things. But we don't often at that age, or I would say at that age, I wasn't thinking about things like I want him to be kind. I want him to be gentle. I want him to have a real good sense of family. I want him to love his family. Like I really love my family. And it'd be hard to be in relationship with somebody that didn't love theirs or didn't have a strong family or sense
Right.
of family. So those kinds of things. Someone that has mentors, someone that has people that speak into his life, that shows that somebody can talk to him, that he's not so stringent in the way that he thinks that he can't accept counsel from other people. And so I think that's really important. And one of the ways that I've seen my list transition, it's gotten a lot smaller. Like, cause I told y'all it was like,
That let's just roll on down.
yeah, it was long. Like, don't step on my list down there. But I think age, maturity, wisdom has helped me kind of think about, what's really important in life. And like you said, knowing myself a lot better, knowing what would fit with me
Right.
and what would irritate me. And not saying that the person if it's God's will, if it happens for me to be married, that person won't irritate me, because I'm sure they will, and I'm sure I will irritate them. But like this, anyway, that's beside the point. So I said all of that, went around that whole mountain to say, I think maturity, if you allow yourself to mature, if you allow God to keep working on you, maturity will bring you to what really, really matters.
Right.
In a partner, in a relationship, even in friendships.
All right, it is Cheryl 2.0, and I hate to interrupt a good conversation, but you know how it goes. Real quick, just a few church announcements. As we've been talking about the list, what we wanted back then, what we want now, I want to gently shift the conversation for just a moment. At some point, I realized God wasn't asking me to keep refining a list. He was inviting me to start praying. Dear Future Husband came out of that shift. It's a 31-day devotional filled with prayers, not just about height, income, or whether he loves brunch, but prayers for your future husband's faith, his peace, his purpose, his mental and spiritual well-being, and the man God is shaping him to be. So if you're in a season of waiting, healing, or just hoping, this isn't about pressure or timelines. It's about partnering with God in prayer instead of performance. You'll learn more about Dear Future Husband using the link in the show notes, or just check out this QR code. All right, announcements are over. Let's get back to the conversation.
And so back to the question, with all the wisdom that you have now, that's if the young people will accept wisdom anymore.
Y'all will accept wisdom, right? I know you will.
Okay. And from the things that, and we'll both share the things that we've learned that may be helpful for you to, so maybe that you won't be where we are at this big age, that you'll have more wisdom in the dating process, in the courting process. What wisdom would you give them about their list?
First of all, I would ask you to comb over your list 2, 3 times, maybe 4. Eliminate what you can live without, and pray over what you finally land on. And then let the Lord help you eliminate the rest of the stuff that may not necessarily be good for you, may not be good for where you're headed. And I think that sometimes we choose things for where we are right now. No, and we don't really think of it when we're young that we're going to grow. We're going to mature. And what we like right now, we might not like 10, 15 years down the road.
True.
So you want to make sure that you're asking him, Lord, this is what I think I want. And I want to pray over it. And I want you to show me what is not good for me, and show me what I need to add to this list, and someone that is going to be good for me in the future, in my purpose, working in you. And that's what I would say to anybody that has a list.
My encouragement would be for young women who have lists. Take that list that you have to a couple that you admire that have been married
That's a good one.
at least 20 years, and share your list with them and ask their honest opinion about your list. Also, be in the frame of mind to be willing to hear, instead of, well, I ain't taking that off my list because that is. Just be open to hear it and know within yourself whether that is a non-negotiable or not. Like, this is something on my list. I would really like to have this on my list, but it's not a non-negotiable. If I meet someone that doesn't have this and it's on my list, can I live with that? And not just live with that and be like, oh, I'm gonna live with it. But you know, can I be happy with that? Can I be okay with that? And I think that a lot of that comes with what you're saying, knowing yourself too, knowing what you need, knowing what you like. The older you get, the more acquainted you get a lot of times with who you are. So do that, and maybe do a couple couples that 20 plus. I'm not talking about if you've been married 3 years and now you got marriage conferences and things. No, you've been through enough seasons of trials and errors and life circumstances. But 20 plus years or more, find a couple with that kind of skin in the game that you admire their marriage. Now, just because they married 20 years. Yeah.
Right.
That you see a really good, loving relationship both ways, reciprocal, that he respects her, she respects him. Find that couple and then just sit down and maybe even aside from the list, just having good conversation with them about, you know, what you want in a person and what you should be looking for. They might know somebody that can help you. All right, this is what I want to do too. Before we wrap up, I want to talk about looking back on some of the men that you dated in your life. What do you see now that you didn't see then?
OMG.
Ooh. Get popcorn. It sounds good, don't it?
Well, let's just be quite honest. And I know Christians don't use this word, but I'm gonna say it. I've had the worst luck.
She gonna make me choke.
The worst luck.
The worst luck.
Oh my.
Was it luck?
Yeah.
Was it a bad picker?
I had a bad picker for real. I had a bad picker for real. And honestly, I don't even really, I can't even put into words where my head was, what I was thinking. Even when I look back now, I said, what in the world was I thinking? But you know what? Thank God for Jesus.
Olé.
Y'all know that song, God Blocked It? Oh!
God blocked it.
God blocked it. Ooh, he brought me to myself.
She like the product song. Like, what is I doing in this pigsty?
And he said to me, girl, you deserve better. And I heard it. I heard him when he said, you deserve better. And then I had to repeat that to myself. I deserve better. And I had to get out. Get out. Because this is going nowhere fast.
Nowhere fast.
So I didn't answer the question because I really honestly can't answer that question. Because it was horrible. I'm sorry. It was horrible.
But no, you're explaining, your experience. And that was your experience with some of the guys that you dated. I can't really say that I've had any horrible dating relationships.
Why? Because you learned from me?
I said, what I won't be doing is that. I don't know if it could have been because I am the kind of person that I don't have to go through something to learn lessons. I can learn from what I see. So it could have been. I can say that most of the guys that I've dated, they were just really good guys. And I don't know if this is I'm nobody's psychologist or anything. I think you pick from the emotional state that you're in.
Absolutely.
I won't necessarily say that who you pick is a mirror of you. I think your current emotional state drives the choices that you make in men. So if I am feeling not self-confident, if I'm feeling I can't even think of the word for it. If my esteem is lacking, then I'll choose from how I see myself. And so I make choices on friends. I make choices on guys I date based on how I see me, which is why I said that's so important, what you said earlier about knowing yourself,
Right.
I think helps you make better decisions
Yeah.
and better choices. And so, but what I do know, looking back, because they were really great guys, we just didn't work. Um, what I what I devalued
Mm-hmm.
in those relationships was my voice,
Mm.
because a lot of times, when things would happen in those situations, I would take mental note of it, but I wouldn't say anything.
Uh-huh.
Like, Joker, you tried me. Or, okay, y'all, not saying it in that way, but making my wants, my needs, my desires,
Mm-hmm.
making them vocally known,
Mm-hmm.
instead of, okay, that's a mental note, that's going to be a problem.
Right.
But just letting my voice be heard. And one of the things, not one thing, the one thing, one thing my father told me that I treasure to this day is he would always tell me, never lose your voice.
Mm-hmm.
People don't have to do what you say do. They don't have to do what you want them to do, but you have a right to let your voice be heard.
Right.
And that resonated so with me. So when I'm in situations now, I'm gonna say something. I will watch how I say it, because y'all know that's been my problem. It's because when I say it, sometimes it come out sharp.
Yeah.
And so I've had to learn how to not say anything till I can say it in a way that people can receive it.
Yeah. I've been told I have I come across sharp as well. And it's never intended to be that way, but you are correct. You do have to kind
Yeah, kind of let's put a little sugar on this. Remember our good friend, our brother used to say sugar coat. Let me coat this little phrase with a little sugar so it go down a little easier. So that's been one of the things I've been learning how to do, is to speak to people the way I want people to speak to me.
Right.
Even if it's saying something that may be hard to hear,
Mm-hmm.
learning how to say it in a more pleasant
Right.
way. With the way I would want somebody to say something hard to me,
Uh-huh.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's just a work in progress. But I'm trying to be able to say it differently. Now, I saw, y'all know, we're on Substack, and I was looking at some posts that were coming by, and there was this young lady that I follow on Substack, and just recently she did this post, and I'm probably going to jack it up. But she says, every woman can admit that there is an ex that she would take back even if she didn't tell anybody. Do you think that's a true statement?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. Because sometimes when you have made decisions in your earlier life, you had a good person in your and years go by and you look back and you like, he really was a good person. If I had a chance to yeah, I believe that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is where I would really be interested in having you all weigh in on this. Now, if you're married, you can't weigh in. All my single women. Let us know in the comments if you think that is a true statement, that every woman has an ex that she would go back to if given the opportunity, even if she didn't tell anybody. So I'm looking back over, like I said, all the guys I dated were good guys, but they're all married, so I couldn't go back to them. But if I remember, they're all married now. But I did think they were all really great guys.
Now you answer the question.
But they're all married.
No, that's not the question. You're gonna keep it to yourself. We're not. You didn't ask if they were married. You
Okay,
said,
so like if they were single and available,
yes.
there were probably a couple that I would date again.
Okay, that's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
but I'm thinking in the now.
Okay.
Like there would be no possibility for me
Uh-huh.
because they're all with other women's, and that's one thing I don't do.
Well, no, we don't.
I don't
do that.
share.
So you don't share.
I do not share. I am selfish in that regard. No, sir. Okay, let me see. This is the last question I'll ask, and then we'll jump off. And y'all, the next one's gonna be okay, anyway. I'm just gonna start. Were there any red flags that you ignored when you were in those relationships, just so that the relationship could work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And the one in particular was the one that I was in for the longest, 5.5 years. I the religious backgrounds were different,
Mm-hmm.
and I convinced myself that I could live with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to really like rationalize, can you really live with this? The one thing that changed my mind about it, and I was like, okay, I can be okay with this. I can live with this.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that changed my mind about it was thinking about if I had children,
Oh, okay.
knowing that God will hold me accountable for raising my children
Mm-hmm.
outside of what I really honestly believed in my heart.
Right.
And that's when I said, nah, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Okay. All right. I think I probably, well, no, I don't think I probably, yes, I ignored a few glaring red lights. I said red lights and the said red flags. Yes, I did. Uh, Probably the biggest red flag that I ignored was um, dating someone who was, I thought, had a controlling,
Mm-hmm.
um, the saints of God, we call everything a spirit. They had a controlling spirit. And I could see, because people that know our family know that the gift of discernment runs strong in our family. Our family is gifted with discernment, and so when it goes back to when I said I would see something but I wouldn't say anything,
Mm-hmm.
I could see a lot. And so this person that I was in, I was like, oh, he's controlling. Oh, but I'll be okay because I can check controlling. But I just let it go,
Uh-huh.
not knowing that there were probably a lot of people that got in relationships
Mm-hmm.
that saw someone that was controlling but
Mm-hmm.
thought, this one joker you won't control.
Right.
But now they are being controlled because a person that is controlling or has a controlling spirit. Now I don't look that up in the Bible because I don't think that's a spirit, but has a controlling nature.
Uh-huh.
They are cunning and crafty in the way that they control you, and you won't even know that you're being controlled because they know how to maneuver through that. So y'all, that's a red flag. You should not. You listen at me, good. You should not overlook that. Well, I hope y'all. But do you have anything to say before I close it out?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And that's never undervalue or devalue who you are. It
Right.
is when you have a low estimation of who you are that you allow yourself to accept less than what you're worth. So never put yourself on sale. Never underestimate who you are, and don't devalue who you are.
I love that. I love that. So I hope you all have enjoyed our list on tonight. Let us know in the comments um, if your list has changed, or even let us know something that you had on your list, like in your 20s, that is totally off your list, or even something that you didn't have on your list when you were younger that you have on there now. We would love to continue this conversation in the comments. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Our next episode, we're going to be talking about marriage material. Are we ready for it at this big, strong age? Are we married? I mean, are we ready for it? Are we looking for it? We're going to be discussing that in our next episode, so stay tuned. We love you all.
Bye-bye.
Before we close, I just want to say this. If today's conversation touched something tender in your heart, you're not alone. Dear Future Husband was created for seasons just like this, a space to shift from striving to praying, from pressure to peace. If you feel led, or if you just want to, you'll find the link in the show notes, or you can simply, what? Do what? Scan the QR code to grab your copy today.